What was it like working with Traffic?
That was huge because it was my first rock session, when I was 17 or 16 or something.
That's
And I'd done
crazy,
my,
man. You were that
yeah,
age. That's so crazy, dude. I love it.
I'd done my kind of month's trial, to see if I was going to be, accepted as a tape op.
Yeah.
And I worked with Keith Grant for a month, who was the owner of Olympic. And he used to and we were on 4-track, analog 4-track. And he'd do these like 50-piece orchestras, which he would record and mix at the same time to 2 tracks of a 4-track machine. That's genius. I mean, really,
Uh,
that was my first month of education. We did Dusty Springfield, Leonard Cohen,
wow.
Nita Harris, Harry Seacon, but with these big orchestras to 4-track. And that was it was like, wow. And then because I passed my month and was considered safe, they said, right, you can do a rock session. In fact, on Thursday evening, Traffic had come in, you could work on that. And it was doing the title track for Mr. Fantasy. So they came
Class.
in, and that was my first real rock session was, and Steve Winwood was a year older than me, so he was about 18, although he'd had, 5 years of success with Spencer Davis. So he was about 18. And again, from daylight sessions, lots of light, people reading scores, union controlled, 3-hour sessions, but you had to take a break. Suddenly you're in a night session with Traffic, and it's in the dark with the odd candle, the odd light, friends sitting in the studio, hanging out, rolling spliffs. It was just another world. So that was my first introduction to that. And I loved working with Traffic. I did most of the second Traffic album as well,
Wow. Sound
in
great.
'68, when I think we were on 8-track then. But no, I loved working with Traffic and and I did carry on working with like Jim Capaldi and with Steve Winwood,
Mm.
years later. But that it still had a huge effect on me, because that's my comment to Mark when he kind of said, "So what sums up Olympic for you?" That's what I
Yeah.
said. Well, 1 o'clock in the morning, November '67, and he went, "Exactly, Traffic," and it still has stuck with me. Definitely, the vibe, the energy, and the freedom. That was the thing. It was suddenly freedom to make a record rather than sitting up, mic stands and making tea for 50 musicians and it all
Yeah.
being very controlled union. Suddenly, it's like whatever you want to do.
Wow.